Alright, what is up guys, it's Speed here, and today we're going to be talking about how to play Raze on defense. This is going to be a great video where we follow STEWIE2K, one of the best CSGO players for Team Liquid, and yeah, he makes a lot of great plays to absolutely pop off in these rounds, and I just want to make sure you guys understand the tactics that he uses so you can put them in your own gameplay and hopefully dominate on this map. Alright, so getting into the first round, I really like the combo he has between him and Sage here. Sage is going to lay down the slow orb in the back, and then he's going to follow it up with the bomb. Now, usually, I see a lot of people throw the bombs into there, right? They always just chuck their bombs into the back, and it doesn't really work because what ends up happening when they chuck the bombs into the back is the person just backs up. But if you follow it up with the slow orb, it's a great combo. Now, following that, I like the fact that he's playing the right side of the B bomb. In general, I love the setup of their team. Now, I quickly want to go over this because I think it's important. Number one, they have Phoenix guarding B, holding the long angle, which is obviously a good angle to hold, as it's going to give your team a lot of information before the enemy team can actually push through. On top of that, Stewie is now, right, on Raze, covering both sides, helping out with mid and B. Sage can help out with mid and short of A, and then the Omen can hold the long site at A. So really, I love this setup, just super balanced. Alright, moving on from there, because he heard them rotating towards B mid, he's able to shift over very, very quickly and finds this insane headshot. I mean, what an incredible flick, honestly. That's the CSGO coming into play. Takes down two, and you can see how fast his team collapsed. I mean, I really want you to pay attention to the fact that his entire team somehow ended up at B there, and that really was, in my opinion, because of the good positioning. They were able to come together and collapse. So if you're having a 5-stack, make sure you try that out sometimes, where you sort of collapse on the location where they're stalling. Next up, I really like how he starts off this next round. He basically throws out the bomb, you know, using the slow orb and the bomb to cover the right side, checks the left, and because there's no one on the left, he gets a free orb. And I think on Raze, this is really important, just picking up orbs in general. As I'm sure you all know, but her ultimate basically gives you a free kill, so picking up the orb gives you one charge towards your ultimate, and is frankly a great play on this character. On top of that, you can use the boom bot or the pain shells to secure them, so really it's just a great thing to do. The next thing I want to mention is this next clip where he uses the boom bot to cover one angle and then peeks the next. And this is essentially what you want to do on Raze over and over again. You can do it with your boom bot, your satchels, and your pain shells, and because of that, this character is very good at peeking angles. And we're going to see that here, so he uses the boom bot to cover the right? Then following it up as they have to shoot it, he's going to get the return kill, throws out the bomb, unfortunately gets flanked, but because he bounced the bomb off the wall, he was able to secure a double kill. Pretty crazy reaction time there. Don't know if he did that intentionally, but at the end of the day, a fantastic round from STEWIE2K. Next up, we're going to see the enemy team pushing B, and they get through really quickly, and he makes a very cool play, a different play. So he takes out his ultimate, and then immediately from the high ground here, the window, he takes out his rocket fuse, satchel charges up, and secures a kill onto the enemy Raze right off the bat. And this is the only way they would have a chance of retaking the site, as he picks up another kill on the left side. Great spray control, doesn't get the jet, unfortunately. But you can see he holds down with the bulldog there, right? Make sure his cursor slowly goes down to deal with the spray, secures 2 kills for his team. Unfortunately, it doesn't end up being enough, but as you can see, the intro frag with the satchel, right, using it to boost him up, following it up with his ultimate, was an incredible combo that almost salvaged the round. Briefly, I want to talk about how to peek angles. This is just going to be a general tip for anyone who isn't too comfortable with this game, but what he does is he doesn't necessarily peek it long here, he actually peeks it short, and on top of that, he's going to hold his cursor, or where his gun is going to shoot, at the wall, and then sprint out to quickly peek his enemy. So you do not want to walk out from walls. This is a big thing that a lot of, I know, Call of Duty players will do, but you do not want to walk out from walls when peeking. So you quickly sprint to make sure you don't directly hold the wall, right? You can see he's a little bit further out, and because of that, his opponent misses some of his shots. Stewie lives on 11 HP, secures the kill, and basically gives them a really good spot to win this round. Alright, so let's talk about a mistake that he actually makes. You know, pros make mistakes as well, and I think it's important that you guys see mistakes so that you can avoid them. And what he's going to do here is he's going to peek mid, and when he peeks mid, he realizes that he went out a little bit too far. So I think he assumed that the opponents were going to play defensive, as they have been for every single round, but really you do not want to get over-aggressive in this game. When you get over-aggressive in the middle of a round because you think they're not paying attention, that's when you end up dying, and that's what happens here. Instead of holding the peek, right, he could just hold this left side peek, Sage holds the right? They have a good thing going here. He's holding left, Sage holds the right. That's fine. They could hold this forever and stall out the clock. But instead, he kind of goes out way too quick here, right? Peeking both side angles, gets surrounded, and ends up dying. Alright, so let's get into the next awesome combo he has between him and Sage here. We're gonna see Sage put up a wall to block the vision of the enemies so that they can't react in time to the ultimate of Raze here. And really, this is just funny because he uses his satchel charge to boost over the wall and secure the kill, right? So jumps up with the satchel charge, gets over the wall, and imagine if the entirety of the enemy team was there as he hits an insane flick as well. But really, think about it. If the entire enemy team was behind that wall there, which a lot of the time they will be on this map, that's just a free kill. That's like a free 3 kills to start the round, and I just love that combo because the wall makes the enemy team feel like they're safe, right? When Sage puts it up, they're like, ah, we're fine. But that's not the case. Alright, in this round, we're going to learn how to properly use pain shells. I honestly think he used them perfectly this round. So he's going to come through. They're pushing B hard, right? His Phoenix is pushing hard. Now, I want you to notice how pain shells are best used when baiting teammates. They're also good using them with slows, such as the slow orb and things of that nature. But I really like when you bait your teammates. So flashes come out, he bounces it off the wall because his Phoenix was the one baiting, right? Phoenix did back up, but at the end of the day, the enemy Raze actually pushed up to try to obviously get an angle on him, bounces it off the wall, getting a perfect deep pain shell, and that's what you want. If he throws it to the left here, it wouldn't be deep enough, right? From the left side angle, right? Into there. It wouldn't be enough, but because he bounces it off the wall, he gets it much deeper into their base and secures a kill onto the Raze. Following that, he then bounces it off the back wall as well, getting them another kill with the pain shells, 2 in a row, and then a headshot to follow it up. Absolutely insane, but you can see how powerful the pain shells are when holding the B long. And just keep that in mind, guys. Bouncing them off walls is really, really the way to go. And finally, to end off the video, we're going to be looking at a fantastic example where STEWIE2K baits the boombot. And I know this is a pretty simple idea on Raze. If you're a Raze player, you know to do this, but I assumed a lot of people wouldn't. So basically what you do when you're pushing through mid is you throw down your boombot to bait it out, you follow behind it, and I know we even talked a little bit about it earlier, but because the enemy team, literally the Hawka guy in the back, shot it with his revolver, then proceeded to reload. And you can't really cancel reloads in this game. So he baits the reload of the revolver, and then because the guy reloads, it's completely a free kill. There's nothing he can do about it. And that's why you want to bait your pain shells, right? You want people to run away. And when they're running away in Valorant, it's very hard for them to turn around and actually deal with you or actually continue to flick their shot at your head. On top of that, I really like how he uses the satchels here. He uses one to get to the back of the bomb, and then following that, even though this is dangerous, and I don't think this would work in the top tier of play as people would beam you out of the sky, I do think using satchel charges to go up into the air and to hold different angles can definitely work in pubs, as everyone's aim is obviously not nearly as good as it would be in the top tier of either league or a different game, as he gets absolutely destroyed from Brimstroke camping a corner. But hopefully you guys learned a ton about the STEWIE2K replay. I really did, and I'm going to be doing more about him in the future. So yeah, if you guys are excited for that type of content and learn anything from this video, please like and subscribe as we are posting daily. It's been a pleasure. I'm definitely going to be doing more about not only Raze in the future, but STEWIE2K, as I love this combo. It's been a ton of fun to watch. He absolutely fragged out 13, 5, and 4th this current time with 7,100 credits, popping off. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.